What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Beasley. Hope you all are staying positive and cool out there. I figured I had a little time today and I wanted to come at you guys and talk about something that has been on my mind for quite some time, but recent events have just really moved me to come out and talk about it. Today we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and the problem that she has. And quite frankly, this time the problem isn't Nicki Minaj herself, but it's really comes from her peers. Now, I will say I will always be a fan of Nicki Minaj. I've been a day one fan. I wouldn't call myself a Barb because honestly, like, the Barbs are probably the most problematic fan group of all time. However, I will say one positive thing about the Barbs, no matter who turns their back against Nicki Minaj, like, they will always ride for their queen. No matter how loud or wrong she is, they will always have her back. And that is like the one positive thing I could say about the Barbs. But over the years, like after her 10-year run, like her stint of her being on top, a lot of competition has arisen. And quite frankly, they're trying to get her out of here. Like, a lot of people, like especially Nicki, she would call it the Nicki hate train. And I kind of wrote her off for a little minute because I really wasn't feeling her at the time. Especially I wasn't really feeling her during the time the Queen album came out, because you could tell she was a little shook and she was really trying to like steadily regain her status within the industry. And she would always get on her Queen radio and she was just quite obnoxious to me. And she said a lot of things that I just didn't quite frankly agree with. However, the one thing that I am now seeing and understanding that she has brought to light is the Nicki hate train. The Nicki hate train is real, and it's only being reinforced by this new generation of rappers that are using her yet disrespecting her at the same time. And a few rappers over this year have really either switched up on her or came out and said something negative against her after using her to be on one of their songs. And the blatant disrespect has really gotten to a high level to where I just had to talk about it. Like, for example, Exhibit A, we had the City Girls. I like their music, but them two are problematic in themselves. But however, I will say they were always Team Cardi B from day one, mainly because they were label mates and Cardi B was on their songs and kind of helped them get their songs to pop. Mainly the song Twerk. I mean, the song was cool without her, but Cardi B really made it pop when JT was in jail. However, they were always Team Cardi B. Team Cardi B, like, they didn't really have anything positive to say about Nicki Minaj. But now all of a sudden, fast forward until today, they kind of have an issue with Cardi B. And they kind of feel like their status is slipping within the industry. So now all of a sudden they want to go ahead and work with Nicki Minaj because it's going to benefit them. And whether you like Nicki or not, anytime she is added to a song, like, it automatically gets jet-setted to the Billboard charts. Like, let's keep it real. Like, they sprinkle Nicki Minaj on these songs like parsley because it's going to make the song better. And now all of a sudden they want to work with her, but it's just like, keep that same energy. You two were completely against her a whole year ago, but now that you guys have an issue with Cardi B, you want to go ahead and switch sides and be Team Nicki Minaj all of a sudden. And I don't even blame Nicki for not even responding to them, because it's just like, y'all didn't care about me whenever I was going through my issues. Like, y'all didn't care about me when Cardi B and her were like really going at it, like head to head. And now all of a sudden y'all want to be on her team because y'all see that y'all status is slipping. Things don't work like that. And then we have YG. Nicki Minaj has been on, I want to say, at least 2 of his songs and really helped elevate those songs. But then fast forward to earlier this year, he does an interview talking about how he can't ride with Nicki because she's basically a snitch and she's dating somebody that is not up to par, which I have my criticisms about Kenneth Petty too. I feel like Nicki could have did way better, but the baby's here now. Like, there's no turning back. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and let that relationship ride out to whatever happens to it in the future. But it's like, you went ahead and you were cool with her being on your songs, and you were cool with her performing with you at the BET Awards, but now all of a sudden, because she's quote unquote a snitch, now you just want to discard her and act like she didn't help you at all. And then the main person that really ignited me to go ahead and make this video was Tekashi 69. Now, this Rainbow Head Troll came out and basically, after using her to elevate 2 of his songs to get number ones, he comes out and really just speaks against her and kind of basically said that Nicki isn't shit. Go ahead and run that clip.
You're going to say the Drake, or you're going to say he got Drake on it. Okay. But let me ask you this. Since you said you were bringing that up, he also said, but you had Nicki to help you catapult.
Okay, so Carl, let me ask you something. And Nicki's my sister. I love that girl to death. When has Nicki ever had a number one till this date?
Say so.
No.
You talking about solo? You talking about solo?
No. Carl. That's my. I love Nicki. That's my sister. I love her to death.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a Nicki single that's been number one. Her record.
Solo that went number one. Nicki does not have one.
All right. So let's not shy off, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my record.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine, like the audacity of this rainbow-haired colored niglet. Like, you really sat up there and said that, oh, Nicki was not able to get a number one on her own. Like, were you? I honestly, like, Tekashi 6ix9ine's music, maybe it's because I'm older, but his music is just not for me. The only 2 songs I've ever heard from him were Trolls and Fifi. 2 songs that Nicki Minaj was featured on, and 2 songs that, like, to my knowledge, those are like his highest viewed videos as well. Like, what is going on? And Nicki even got on her Queen Radio and defended Tekashi 6ix9ine against all the haters, because people were not feeling the fact that she was featuring him, and they were not feeling the fact that she was teaming up with him. And it's just like, it was a whole problematic issue, but she came out and she like defended him. And for him to just basically like give her his ass to kiss in turn, like, that's just like, it's like Nicki Minaj, I don't want to say she lowers herself, but she goes out of her way to help these new artists, and they just give her their ass to kiss in return. It's like, where is the loyalty and respect to this woman? And I'm starting to see why she went ahead and was talking about like how there's a hate train, there's an agenda against her. There is an agenda against her. Like, the whole industry has turned their back on her, especially after the hard work she has put in. I mean, thankfully though, at this point in her career, she really doesn't have much left to prove. Like, I honestly don't know what else Nicki could do at this point. I believe she would probably put out 1 or 2 more albums, and that would be it on that. She could go ahead and retire, probably venture into acting. But it's just like, has any black female artist at that, ever got out of this industry clean? It's like, once they get to the peak of their career and they're being phased out, here comes the disrespect. Like Nicki Minaj has faced so much disrespect over these years, and it's really unwarranted. Now, I don't know how she acts behind the scenes. Like, they have a lot of people that come out against her behind the scenes, that she tried to sabotage a lot of careers, like including Cash Doll. Like, Cash Doll, I don't even know what's going on with her at this point. But I'm getting tired of her lending her voice and her helping hand to these new artists, and they just continue to disrespect her. It's just like, where is the respect? Like, where is the payback? Like, Nicki, she solidified, and in my opinion, she would be the best rapper of all time, male or female. She will go down in the history books. But I wish that after she takes this break with her having her baby, she needs to do some self-reflection and really figure out like who was for her and who was against her, because a lot of these motherfuckers are against her with no rhyme or reason. Like, it's like she will go to bat for these people, and then they give her ass to kiss. Tekashi 6ix9ine, you were dead ass wrong. Like, you had no right to sit up on that camera and say like, what number one has Nicki Minaj had without me? What number one has she gotten on her own? What number one have you ever gotten on your own? Like, what song is popular from Tekashi 6ix9ine that he has done on his own with no features? Like, I'll wait. Granted, like, he is not my demographic, but I highly doubt that his music is good without features. But those are my views. Like, I really hope that she comes back hard, not really giving a pedestal to most of these rappers that would turn her back on her in an instance, and really just find her groove again. And she does need to come back with a new makeover too. Like, we loved the Barbie shit in the 2000s, but it's time for you to kind of like phase that out a little bit. Like, you're almost 40 at this point. But that's my opinions on Nicki Minaj and the Nicki hate train. That is the main problem that she is facing, and she's gonna overcome it. Like, she's not going anywhere anytime soon. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys, and I'm gonna come at you guys with some more content.